Hello and welcome back to Journey Through Eorzea. As always, I'm your host, Man with Hat, Tiberius Fox. We finally found Hien. Well, I mean, we kind of already found him, but like he actually is finally ready to do something about it. I've been dabbling in different things on my off time, so it's been a couple days, but I'm pretty ready. So let's see what Hien's got to do. Also, I don't remember any of the voices I use for anybody, so we're gonna just shoot the best. So you have heard of the Nidam? The great battle for supremacy on the steppe. I learned of it during my stay with the mole. To my knowledge, no foreigners have ever participated, much less triumphed in Nadam. But lack of precedent notwithstanding, I should think we have good standing to bid them march us to Doma, should we win. Will they even permit us to fight, my lord? We belong to no tribe of the steppe. We are not without options, given the Serena. I see. It's Serena, but spelled in a fancy way. Serena has told me. You see, in accordance with the god's wishes, her people shall participate in the coming Nadam. And when they take the field, I mean for us to fight alongside them as fellow warriors of the mole. But we need not discuss the length here. Come, let us head north to the mole Ilo, where Serena and her people have made camp for the season. The other problem I'm having is I'm like stupidly congested for no reason all of a sudden, so looking forward to that, but you know, it's whatever. It makes making voices harder because just even the way your voice sounds in your head is off. It's a whole thing. You didn't come to hear about my sinuses. Anyway, Holy Drive, I'll kind of fill you guys in. So, obviously I've been doing our continuing journeys through Eorzea as we've been doing. I've also been dabbling in some other things. The Destiny 1 is having a resurgence right now, and I've always been a way bigger fan of Destiny 1 than Destiny 2. I just think it's a better game, frankly. And it's having a resurgence, and so I was talking to a friend of mine who's only played 2, and I was like, dude, let's go back and play D1. So we're back to play D1. Only challenge, of course, being that, unfortunately, my NAT settings for my internet connection don't like Destiny 1, so every time I go to the tower, there's like a super high chance it kicks me back to orbit. So that's been a fun time. In other news, I ran across some videos, and they were talking about Final Fantasy XI, and I got spurred by me remembering I had that video. I made a short about it, about Final Fantasy XI, because I played it a long, long time ago. And it got me thinking about it, and I was like, well, I could play Final Fantasy XI at some point. So I got the trial installed so I can give it a shot at some point. I don't know what's going to come of that. I haven't actually activated it yet, but we'll see what happens. So first, let's see what Hien's got to say. My friends, I give you Mol Ilo. The Khatun of the tribe Tamalun resides in the largest yurt. We should go and make our introductions. Alright. But yeah, anyway. So, yeah, no, it's just like, it talks about it being harder, but like in a different way, right? Like, I don't know. The problem is, I don't know how different it is. Like, it's challenging, just innately challenging. Whereas, like, Final Fantasy XIV is challenging in a, if you aren't super duper duper good and proficient, then you lose sort of thing. Like, there's like the casuals and the sweats. So, I don't know. I just know that I wanted to play. It just sounded like a fun time. Like, it might be cool. The only problem, of course, being that I don't know what class I'd play. Normally, I would play like anything with an archer because that's just my jam. But I'm not sure about that yet. And also, I was debating like, would I want to record that like I recorded this, but like for my first go through? Because I know it's not as, I don't know if you want to say linear. I don't know. It's a little more clunky and weird, so I don't know if it'll pan out the way I want it to. But it's just a thought. It's just something I'm kind of going through. We got a long way to get through Journey Through Eorzea yet, so don't worry, we're not going anywhere. But I was just thinking about it. At last, the traveler comes. I'm getting voice cutscene vibes.
Tamarun Hatun, Serena, I am returned.
Ah, you found each other.
Ours is the soil, Hien. The Domans, and the Eorzeans too.
You know us.
The gods know you, child. As do the stars in the heavens, which shone bright at your coming.
The mole hearkened to the whispers of the elder gods, which guide us in our daily lives. We know them through the Utun, like my grandmother.
Dragon Mongolians.
Hatun, I am come to beg a boon of you and yours. That I might liberate my homeland, I seek to rally the strength of the steppe. To that end, I wish to fight in the Nardam, as a warrior of the Mall. Will you grant me this honor?
To stand with the mole is fruitless. Hien, do not do this. The gods may have willed that our tribe join in the Nardam, but there is no path to victory. We are weak and our numbers few. Even with your help, it would be impossible.
And yet we have another instance of someone not realizing how... Now, granted, they haven't talked about me coming in on this yet, I don't think, if I don't recall them talking about that. But she doesn't realize how absolutely stacked I am, and actually chonky I am. So, that's okay. Also, it does bring an interesting point to mind, though. If we can join this random Nodum thing, which governs their whole thing by trial by combat, how do they not just... are the other two groups just too proud to, you know... Like, are they too proud to, like, call in people from outside? Or do they just assume that they're so strong they would never need to? Because, like, why wouldn't you hire, like, mercenaries or something that are, like, stupidly strong, right? But, I don't know. It's just something I'm thinking about. Like, if I can just step in and just, like, uproot everything, what's stopping that? Like, unlike the Battle Royale with Ishgard, that was kind of like a friendly, like, rivalry. This is, like, to, like, assure, if I'm understanding correctly, is for, like, assuring the seat of government. So I don't understand how they can just let outsiders in. Hien sounds like he's been here a long time, so I can understand. But like us, as the Warrior of Light, like how do we do that? So it's just something funny. But regardless of any of that, the power fantasy is intact because I am just super overpowered and they don't have any idea.
I thank you for your concern, Serena. But it is precisely because of the seeming hopelessness of your cause that we must needs cast our lot with you. Were we to join hands with a more favored tribe, our victory would inevitably be attributed to them, and no one would follow me to Doma.
"'Twas the gods' will that we fight. Mayhap this too is their design. Hear me then. As Hatun of the Mall, I invite you all to join with us in the Nardam."
How convenient. I'm ready to go. How about you? Real ones, as always, will remember that quote is Emil from Halo Reach.
Will you look after them?
Come with me, friends. There is much I would show you.
You... wait. I would have words.
Oh no. Nothing like a girl telling you, hey, we need to talk. You know, it's like, oh, I don't know about that.
A singular radiance, shimmering. Like a jewel of the Dusk Mother, blinding in its brilliance. Stars flicker and flock to you. Before such gathered light, even the secrets of the gods may be laid bare.
Well, please make it more cryptic and awe-inspiring.
Some are fated to rise in grace and glory. Others to falter and fade, though not from memory. Both will be your strength and salvation come the end. Cherish the stars and the light they bring you in the dark. For you are a traveler, are you not?
I do a lot of traveling. Sans, of course, like, you know, shower curtain rings, but yeah. Another random factoid thing I was thinking about was, is a mender? Probably see if how my stuff is doing. I haven't looked at my gear in a while. Oh, did I already do that? Oh, apparently I don't have any gear prepared. I forgot. Anyway, I was also passively thinking about it, like, so my character has looked like this for like 10 years, right? In some way, I like changed my hair or whatever. I've seen, there was another guy on the internet, and he was playing as one of like the Highlander heroes, and he had like an actual beard to a degree. And I thought, do I want to transform myself into a Highlander to get a beard? And I'm like, I don't know if I really like, this is my guy, right? Like, this is me. I've been this for so long. But like, it would be weird to think about. But at the same time, like, well, maybe I can make him look kind of like this, but just like a little more burly and with a beard. I don't know. Oh, I just really want a beard. You know what I mean? This chin strap thing is just not. It's not really doing it for me. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's better than nothing, but still. Anyway, that's all my vain ideas I had. Thank you all for coming, and for offering the fight with us in the Nadam. Though I still fear our chances are grim, I am grateful for your assistance. To be recognized as warriors of the mole, there's a trial you must overcome. But before we speak of such things, there's another more pressing matter. I dare ask what it is. Alright. My friends, I must warn you, the path upon which you embark is fraught with peril. You will journey unto the far reaches of the steppe to confront a terrible foe, as did the warrior Bardam in the days of yore. 3 days he battled with the demon ere he returned to his people. So it is written, so it must be. Many who follow in his footsteps perish, lacking the strength of body and mind. Therefore, we must treat you to a great feast. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're all a little confused. Have I said something strange? The hungry fox starves staring at the bull's testicles. Therefore, the warriors should be well fed on the eve of battle. Well, I'm glad Hien thinks it's funny. I'm kind of enjoying Hien's drip. I like the colors he got there. He's got a little bit of like greens and teals in there, and like that yellowish gold. He's got that purple sash going on. I like that. She does have a point. You have been keeping busy in my absence. A brief repast may be in order, lest we collapse of fatigue and malnourishment in the midst of our trial. I don't need this. I don't need food. I can just eat like a sandwich and I'm good to go. Yes, that's just so. However, it will take time to prepare. Is there anything we can do to help? It might also give us a chance to learn more about you and your people and their ways. Well, if you insist, I am sure the others would be glad of your assistance. Would you go and speak with Dorbay, Lise? Okay. As for you three, you can help me with another task. For today's feast, the gods decree that we lure Gulo to slaughter with entrails. Perhaps you could be the ones to do this? That your people would look to the gods for guidance, I understand. But in your daily meals, I say your grandmother must be quite busy. Some days more than others, but every night we come together around the cook fire. Even babes must learn their keep on the steppe. Give over the entrails, Serena. We will bring you the bounty of meat. We're gonna go kill animals. Alright, cool. Sounds good. Such is the way of the Mongolian barbecue. The man with hat is a big advocate of Mongolian barbecue. I'm sad that the one that was near me closed. It was really good, and then they closed it, and there was much weeping and gnashing of teeth, as the Bible would say. But unfortunately, they then got torn down and replaced with a Panera bread, which is not nearly as good. So, a word of advice. Eorzea won't avoid the Zala and their settlements, but is fond of flowing waters. A thought occurs to me. How about we make a game of it, Tiberius? I have 6 bags of entrails with which we may lure out our Gulo. 3 for you and 3 for me. Whoever returns the greater portion shall be declared the winner. What do you say, you? Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do it. Then it is settled. Gosetsu will stand as witness. Let the game begin. So, hey, he's probably not as enthralled, is he? Oh, can we just go this way? Alright. Mata! Whenever I see stuff like that, I always think of the thing. What is it? bunch of Japanese gobbledygook, but you know, the watchtowers of the Mill Elo are still visible in the distance. Seems unlikely the Gulu would venture this close. No, because I know it's saying that's not gonna work, right? Or is it like just saying that so that all right? There's no more. Wait, there are more circles farther away. Okay, let's go to the other circle. We'll fly. I'm not above flying for this. The steppe is a large place that is very empty. All right. All right. Place the entrails. Lightning bolt. Yeah. Double lightning bolt. Oh no, it's a guy on a chocobo. It's Riven Void Keeper. Or Void Reaver, sorry. A level 78 Paladin. Palakitty man. Let's see. I'm gonna go up here. I can hear him on the left side just running around the dirt. Or no, actually, that's probably my chocobo anyway. There may be many. There may be many lurking nearby. Yeah. Yeah, my biggest concern with trying to play Final Fantasy XI is that while it's designed pretty much to be played with a controller, it's kind of clunky. By the looks of it, I mean, the game is like literally like 25 years old. Came out in like 2002. So, what about this one? This one looks awesome, you know. But I'm just intrigued by the concept of playing it. Part of me wants to play Monk because that's what I played like 25 years ago, but like, you know. The river winds south, the water's turning into settlement. There may also be many dudes lurking nearby. Well, who am I to say no? Oh, my fireball jutsu is even stronger than it was before. Clutch. Alright. I don't know. I think part of the reason I was thinking about Final Fantasy XI more too is because it's like you have, what am I trying to say here? Games have gotten kind of like streamlined to such a maximum degree that there's not a lot of like the little nuance and interesting things that games could do. They just make everything as creative as possible, but not like, I don't know. Like there's no interestingness. I'm not talking about like Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest where you have to like use an item while crouching next to a wall based on some hint that doesn't even make sense. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like actually having to like look around. Put it this way, in Fable 2, I was the guy who you had like the golden trail and the dog that would like teach you tell you where to go, and I just turned the golden trail off because I didn't want to know where I was supposed to go. Oh, have you used all your bait? In that case, let's see the fruits of your labor. I got everything. Oh, it would seem that at the very least you are faster, Hunter. But speed is not everything. For my part, I slew 6 Gulo Gulo. I think I only got 5. Well, maybe I got 6, I don't know. I had 1 in the first one, 2 in the second one, 3rd in the second one. Aye, that you have, my lord. As for Tiberius, 6 Gulo Gulo did he slay too, which would seem we have met your match, my lord. Haha, of all the possible outcomes, this is perhaps the most amusing. And perhaps the most auspicious. Though I would have preferred to win the day, I shall settle for the whimsy of the kami. And with that our game is concluded. Let us return to Mole Elo forthwith, and let us have Tiberius present our meat to Serena. I don't remember if I won that before or not, or if it's even possible, but mayhap you are familiar with the traditional Zala cuisine. Let not its appearance deceive you, it is quite hearty and nourishing. Were it not so, I doubt they could have nursed me back to health. You should have seen me in the state I was in. Is that why you're so short? No, just a little bit friendly trash talk between random cool guys, you know? I do a little flip-de-doos. You know, they didn't have to make ninjas flip when they jump with their weapons out, but they did, and I really appreciate that. You have returned, Tiberius. How was your hunt? My word, this is impressive. Or were you so hungry that you felt you needed to kill so many? Well, I shall endeavor not to disappoint you at all with my cooking. Alright. It'll be a little while before the meal is ready. If you and Lise wish to fill the time, perhaps you could assist Dorbe? He has many responsibilities and would welcome your help, nor would you regret making his acquaintance, for he is liked and respected by all. You will find him by the other yurt, taking stock of the supplies. Alright. Dorbe. Let's take a look at Dorbe. He is, in fact, an edgy-looking dragon man, so... Ah, one of the newcomers. Welcome. I spoke with Lise. I bade her help the children gather fuel for the cook fires. I trust it will be a good experience for all. For you too, perhaps. Seek them in the south, across the bridge. Sending me on errands, man. Always with the errands with you people. I understand, like, that's the one thing, is, like, they always want to pad it out. Like, it's not the occasional thing. I feel like every time we reach a new area, it's like, what are we doing? Oh, we're doing errands. I think that was... If we're knocking Dawn Trail again for a minute, like, that was one of the biggest problems that Dawn Trail had. Was that Dawn Trail was, like, doing some errands, do some more errands. Okay, now do some more. Nothing I did felt meaningful, like, 90% of the time. Oh, Tiberius. Are you here to help too? Great. So I suppose Dorbe told you that the children and I are gathering fuel for the fires, did he? It'll need to be dried before we can burn it, of course. You understand what we're here for, right? Only some people can be a bit squeamish about this sort of stuff. Then again, you've never minded getting your hands dirty, have you? Anyway, we're trying to find 4 pals each. Good luck and keep your eye on the children while you're at it. In other words, we're picking up crap. This is what I'm talking about. Like, it is comical in a way, right? Like, I'm down for being comical. But like, oh hey, what's up? Nothing, we gotta burn poo. I don't know, there's a pile over there. Air burn, auburn tuft. Gather dung. Willowy mole girl? Bright-eyed mole girl. I wonder if there's like going to be one nearby that's like under attack by somebody or something. I was so tempted to fight that thing, but I still remember the time I tried to take on that bird like 20 levels higher than me. Or then I was 20 levels higher and he still like nearly wrecked me, so I'm going to go ahead and not instigate against the lizard thing. Do we want to try and fight the lizard? All right, here's what we'll do. We'll try to fight the lizard, and then if it doesn't work, we're gonna run away. It heavily depends on how much this man can just do like tons of damage to me. And do I have to fight the lizard? No. I want to fight the lizard. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's not happening. Well, oh, it was a thing. I might get hit by that one. Oh no, he turned me into a tiny. I wasn't paying attention. I was too panicking. It's alright. Gonna hit with that one too? He sure did. Alright, let's hit that one. It's gonna be okay. Alright, come on. Alright. Alright, ninja this. Ninja this. Alright, wait for it. I'm not getting hit by that again. I'm so sloppy as ninja. I just don't have enough experience like actually playing ninja. Like, I don't know what the difference between the two of those the flying Raijin things is. Oh, that one like kind of lets me close the gap, doesn't it? I know this one will make it so that I can... Oh, I mean, I remember that's an AoE one. I gotta do the other one. It's gonna take forever. It's okay, it's worth it. Where I'm justifying this as being worth it, that's why I say. Dude, whatever, I was outside of that, come on. Alright, well, let's do this. Alright, Shapeshift protected me from that one, kinda. That one did not. Heal me, Mjolnir, heal me. Part of me is like just trying to remember how to actually fight. I have so many options, I don't remember what they all do. That thing having to like turn around is obnoxious. No! Does that like get rid of me? Or does it like just do like AoE? Okay. Watch me like try to remember how to actually play this game. Look away. I'm not sure if I should do the green thing or not. Like, does it reduce how long I can do my uptime for my fancy shadow ability? I like how Mjolnir and I are both like tag teaming this dude, it's just not enough. Ah. I feel like I'm at least getting slightly better. Not crazy better, but better. But I know right after this he's going to do that other thing, so I'm going to wait till he does that. And then, yeah, this. I'm going to wait till after that before I hit him with the mug. Because then I can make the most of it. We're making some solid. We got some small, I think, some solid damage out of that. The little shadow thing that attacks along with you, I think, is really cool. I know this fight's long, but I think at least I'm not getting murdered by it like it was that bird. Alright, let me have my moment. There's like a whole bunch of this kit that I don't even have any idea how to use properly. That's like a follow-up? There's a follow-up for that. I had no idea. I did it. I fumbled it. I see the combo now, though. Hits that, it pulls you in, and then you get turned into a tiny thing. That's okay. The more you know. My 1,000 damage right on. Alright. Come on, baby. This has been like a 10-minute battle. This is ridiculous. I like sort of apologize for this, but I'm having fun anyway, so. Okay, so. And what, if anything else, is this game for but to have fun, right? Oh gosh. Hit with the lightning, and then hit with this. I hope we don't get the Marlboros involved. Oh gosh, I was almost ahead of myself. Come on, baby. Almost got him. The battle is worth it. I don't think I hit him with the lightning thing from distance. Almost there. Come on. There. Did I get anything? I got Centurio seals. Let's go. I don't need the things. And Mjolnir got out of battle just in time. Alright. It was worth it. Okay, I am declaring that it was worth it at the very least. Thanks for everyone's patience while I randomly fight a monster for 10 minutes in circles. Everyone, that's peak gameplay, let's be honest. I was listening to a thing, and that thing gets me. So here's the thing I don't understand. So I was listening to people talk about Final Fantasy XIV, right? So, and I think I touched on this a little bit the other day, in one of the other episodes. So people want to just like skip the whole story, which just blows my mind, because to me that just defeats the purpose of playing the game at all. Like why are you playing Final Fantasy XIV if you just want to skip the whole story the whole time? I don't understand, why would you want to do that? Like, as you can see, I am replaying the whole story, so that doesn't pan out for me. And then other people I was listening to talk about it, and they were saying, I'm not fighting that thing, that's for sure. They were saying that, you get to be introduced to Final Fantasy XIV's combat, and it's and I think they were touching on the whole new evolved mode thing that's coming out. What am I missing here? It's gotta be over here somewhere. Oh, yep, there it is. And then it's just but they're talking about the combat's not good, right? And I'm if you don't enjoy the combat loop and you don't enjoy the story, why are you playing the game? I don't understand. It just doesn't make any. It doesn't give you. I understand that maybe you have one or the other, but I don't know. I get the impression the same sort of people, and that's what got me. Well, have you found your share yet? Good work. I hope you took the time to talk to the children while you were at it. I didn't. They didn't talk to them at all. Sorry. Lise, look how much dung we have. Wow, I'm impressed. I thought we'd gather a lot, but it looks like we have to admit defeat. Dorbay will be happy we found enough. Not just Dorbay, now we can continue making cheese. Not that I was worried, it was easier when we were living near the forest, but the dung works just as well as wood. I heard Mole move from place to place. Let the gods tell you where to go. That must be hard on you all. Hard? I do not understand. Why is it hard? It is better for the animals to move, to have more food to eat and the land to roam. To stay in one place is harder, no? From the heavens comes the rain, which nourishes the soil. From the soil comes the grass, which nourishes the beast. From the beast comes the flesh, which nourishes the Zayla. Ours the soil of one and all. That's the most hippie garbage I've ever heard. Let's go. But you Westerners are like the Domans. You live in the same place, in villages, and all the villages in one place are part of a nation, yes? Hien talks about nations sometimes. When he was injured, he spoke of Doma in his sleep, but I did not understand his words. Whenever I ask about Doma, he just smiles and looks to the south. Reminds me of my mother when she waits for the father to return from a long journey. But Hien will wait any longer, will he? Because you came for him. To take him back, because his nation is more important. I'm not sure how to answer this. A nation is a place, I suppose. A place and the people in it, maybe the things too. But more than that, it's history, the traditions, the words, the stories we tell ourselves and our children, everything that came before and everything that comes after. The place where we were born is part of who we are. We carry it with us no matter where we go. Whoever or whatever we become, that part remains, that link to our fathers and fathers before them. It is not important for everyone, I suppose, and that's fine, but it's important to Hien and to me. Some called mole fools for listening to elder gods, but it is our way. Our pride, our nation? Something like that. It's something precious that you and the others share, and that no one can ever take from you. But we can talk more about it later. It's time to go home. Dorbay is waiting. I'll stay with the children. Why not go and let Serena know how we got on? Yeah. I'll trash talk hippie talk. Like, nomads, okay, you're fine. Nomads are fine. I'm not saying nomads are trash or anything like that, let's be clear. I'm just saying, like, when you constantly live somewhere you don't build anything, that's how you end up with civilizations that are doing the same thing 500 years later. They haven't changed anything, and they're still dying of disease and starvation and things like that because they never learned how to, like, farm or anything like that, really. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm not here to crap on fictional Mongolians. We're here to fight for them. That's what we're here for. Welcome back, Tiberius. Did you speak to Dorbe? Well, well, then you'll forgive me if I ask you to wash your hands. I shall pour you a cup of milk tea in the meantime. The meal is almost ready, so we should summon Hien and Gosetsu. I feel almost bad for crapping on the fictional Mongolians, but I'm tired of feeling bad for having an opinion, so I'm not going to do that. Voice cutscene? Maybe? Sleepy Lee's.
She needed the rest. To come so far and carry so much. Hien and his friend, too. Strange that they should vanish so soon.
Ha! Ha!
I will admit, having a chat next to the fire is one of the greatest things you get to do in life. Just sitting late at night in dark or like under twilight and next to a fire and just talking to people. That's one of my favorite things in life, just hands down.
Not troubled by your old wounds, I see.
However, sparring with samurai swords, that could be cool if I was into that. At least aesthetically pleasing.
Know you by yours. I know I should have fled with the others after father died, instead of blindly fighting on. It was reckless and foolish, and there was naught to be gained from it. Everything to lose, rather.
We know no path save the one we walk. I myself am in no hurry to meet those who have gone before. Not while I have still to make amends.
I feel like Hien should hang out with Alphino and they should just talk about how upset they are. At least Hien's kind of moving forward with it because Gosetsu just gave him some good advice, but man, it's been a while since Alphino had to deal with the Crystal Braves, and I bet you if brought up, he would still be upset about it.
You are none the worse for your time in the wilderness. On the contrary, I would say you have improved.
Come now, your victories still far exceed mine. Or have you forgotten all the times you trounced me as a boy?
I feared I would not see you again.
You know, when I was playing Samurai, the one thing I always wanted, I don't know if I got far enough, I don't think it ever did. I always wanted Gosetsu to be my Samurai trainer, but, you know, like I was jazzed when I was Dragoon and I saw Astinian, but, you know, I never got far. I only went from like 50 to 60 with Samurai. But still, it's just like, I like Gosetsu, I think he's a cool character.
A life so fortuitously saved should be spent wisely. Without regret, would I have traded it for our people's amnesty had it been their will. Instead, they have called for the sword, and so that is what I must be. Until this blade is broken, I can but carve a path forward. Were you truly so concerned for my well-being? You never showed it when we used to spar.
How you cried when you lost, and when your mother tried to comfort you, and when you inevitably came at me once more, swinging your wooden sword wildly. Mina's little Master Shun. What a fine young man you've become.
A man should not be addressed by his childhood name. I've told you about that before.
You can see he's salty about that one, boy. More than just his words, you can see it on his face.
The mask slips. And I was so close to cultivating a winning persona.
There will be opportunity enough for putting on airs after you have returned in triumph to Doma. Now is the time to show our true character.
You know, there is an element of me that thinks that I should have played this expansion as samurai. Like, there's just an element of it. I love ninja, but, like, there's something drip about a samurai sword, dude. Especially in this game. Just being a man with a samurai sword. It's very simplistic and very pretty. I couldn't think of a word better than pretty. And I had to yawn. Alright. No secrets been kind of. Shun, was it? So long as we win is when it counts. We'll just do that one. That's right, give him the stern arms crossed.
Oh, you need not doubt my conviction. I have but one goal, to which I am wholly devoted. Join us next time, and you shall see for yourself.
Well, now that's over, we can actually progress towards having our giant grand melee combat thing. I want to do it now. It's morning. That's nice. Look at the lighting. I'm sorry. The one thing I'm happy about with doing this whole thing, and again, this might be a thing I've touched on before, but because they did that whole like graphical update thing, like my brain thinks this is what it always looked like in a way, but on the other hand, I know it hasn't. Look at the lighting right now. It looks awesome. Like, look at that cloud, and it's actually like moving away and stuff, I think. Is it actually moving away? Maybe it's just like an illusion. Maybe it moves a little bit or something like that. Anyway, I'm just saying, it's like, it looks pretty. This game, for what it is a gorgeous game. What? What is with this game, this run, man? I'm seeing all these things I never noticed. There's another lookout point. Hang on. Alright, hang on. You know what we gotta do. Let's go, man. Ninja jump. Whee! But yeah, no, it's beautiful. I just think it is. Like, realistic graphics could never, you know? All it could do is give me a vista and that'd be it. Well, my friends, I, for one, am full of vim and vigor. I trust you feel the same? Then what better time than now to undertake our trial and become full-fledged warriors of the mole? I wonder if that's like a trial or like a dungeon. I remember there being one for the Azim step. Now then, Serena, if you would tell us the trial we must undertake that we might participate in the Dom. Ah yes, as I mentioned before, it is to be recognized as warriors of the steppe. One must follow in the footsteps of the legendary warrior Bardam. He embarked on a great pilgrimage, eschewing cart and horse, and walked for many malms until he came to a holy place, thereafter named Bardams Mettle. There, at the altar, as he did, you must pray. The altar lies deep within the breeding grounds of the old. To complete your trial, you must tame one. Only then will your trial be complete. Fair enough. Where is the entrance to Bardams Mettle? You must journey far, far west, beyond the Chakrazot, to lie where the bones of the great wise woman. Beyond the ruins of Seon Aen, hidden within the mountains of the narrow pass. Follow it and you become to Bardams Mettle. Sounds to me like we'll have a trial, just getting ready to the trial. More than you know. On the eve of the Nadam, many strive to prove their fortunes, some by abducting and enslaving the warriors of other tribes. Be ever mindful of your surroundings, lest you be taken as well. I think Y'shtola shows up again before too long, because I know there's like the one dragon guy who just like falls for her super hard, and he's like, yeah, sorry, you're like too much of a kid, I'm not interested, or whatever. Ha! The grim expressions you wear while nodding so powerfully. Warriors such as you are not like to fall en route to the mere rite of passage. We shall proceed with all due caution, yes, but let us not worry overmuch. We will overcome this trial and the next, until we stand triumphant. That is all there is to do. That is all there is to it, no? With me, my friends, to the west, to Bardams Mettle. Yeah, that sounds like a dungeon to me. Kind of hyped for a dungeon, to be honest. I'll probably be like, if we can get in the dungeon, that'll be the last thing we do tonight. Wait, Hien! Oh dear, I knew I would forget. Here, take these whistles. Once tamed, your Yol will hearken to their call. Thanks. We'll try them out once we finish the trial. Let's catch up with Hien and Gosetsu. Alright. Well, you know what that means. It means Mjolnir return! My Gastro Greens just contain like Pokeballs. Just right over here, huh? We got Elise. We still have a long way to go, but I think I can see that monument Serena talked about. I don't see Hien and Gosetsu though. We should hurry. This is one of the things where I gotta like stop and checkpoint with her like every 2 seconds. Hey, I don't know about you, but I can't shake the feeling someone's watching us. Serena did warn us about tribes that kidnap warriors and make them fight for them. Something tells me we're about to meet them. Did we? Oh, I see. There was a person up there, wasn't there? Did you see that? Or maybe it was just one of these. I don't know. But it looked like there was a person like standing on the rock, and then once she ran off, then there was another one that was like over, like kind of on top of the rock watching or whatever. That's whatever. Someone wants to scrap, they can scrap. I'll scrap right now. I already scrapped with the thing that took way longer than it should have. Oh man, gotta say, pretty weak. You guys are pretty weak. You need better hats, I'm telling you. I'm not saying the source of my power is my hat, but the hat is evidence of the power, you know what I mean? Alright, well, there's my crew. They're all next to a bunch of collapsed, either dead or unconscious people. Take your pick on which one you think it is. Ah, there you are. As you can see, they left us little choice. I gather you were forced to dispatch a few yourself? So it goes. A few less warriors to face in the Jadam, eh? Seolain is not much further. That said, I should be surprised if the would-be masters would not try to subdue us one final time. So it goes. It's not a book. What is that? Kurt Vonnegut, that's right. I'm not much of a reader, but like I have read Slaughterhouse 5, which is a very bizarre book, in a way. But they have this, it's like So It Goes. They just say that over and over again. It's like a thing that gets said. But you know. All right, standing watch. Where are we going now? Nothing like some random dudes showing up trying to scrap when they are not nearly strong enough to fight us. They made it sound like it was going to take like 20 years to get here, and this was like a 10-minute run. Right, this must be the path that leads to Bardams Mettle. They say no foreigners have overcome this trial, but, well, there's a first time for everything, no? Alright. Nothing left but to begin, then. To complete the trial, we must pass through Bardams Mettle, and each tame a Yol. How precisely we are to do this, I am not sure. But since countless warriors before us have succeeded, I imagine we'll muddle through it somehow. But enough talk. We have the Nadam to win. Alright. Bardams Mettle, now accessible. Alright. Let's go... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Alright. Other players... Okay. So, 9 minutes. You know what that means? It's time to book. Let's see. Let's look at our gym jam here. Bardams Mettle, 169. It's like a little bit darker here than I would like. Let's see. 158. 169. Bardams Mettle. In the footsteps of a legend, along the edges of the Azim Steppe were the wens of trail life with dangers said to have been blazed by a great hero of Zayla legend. Name Bardams Mettle for the hero, braving it is a rite of passage for the use of the steppe. Completing the rite requires one to run a gauntlet of fearsome foes to reach an ancient altar, the oldest in the land, and thence tame a Yol, a giant cloudkin. In so doing, one earns recognition as a warrior and is permitted to participate in the Nadam, the battle to decide the new ruler of these vast fields, and as observed in the memoir of Narrow Road Through the Deep Grass, and the trail symbolizes the Bardam's life. A warrior of rare talent, the young Bardam was a boastful man, but his hubris brought him low, and he found himself lying at death's door. Yet the gods saw fit to spare him, and he was prompted to reflect upon his ways. Keeping the lesson of his bitter defeat ever close to heart, he rose again to become the greatest hero in Zayla history, carving his name into the annals of triumphing in the very first Nadam. Long after his time, Bardam the Brave continues to inspire new generations of aspiring warriors who walk in his footsteps in hopes of emulating legend. And then Yol is like those, you've seen him, I'm sure, the big birds. High atop the granite peaks of Althard's Fanged Crescent do the Yol claim their domens. I assume it means like a short for Dominion. D-E-M-E-N-E or D-E-M-E-S-N-E. Descending to the Azim Steppe to prey upon soft warriors who pretend not to fear the winged monsters or their ancestors' tales. Rare indeed is it that a young Yol might concede its back to the likes of man, though to those who approve their mettle, the creatures have been known to make exception. And then it's got, I assume, the boss of the dungeon in there. So, yeah. So anyway, that is Bardams Mettle, and we will see it when it pops. That was actually really short. That was like 6 minutes maybe. Which I'm happy about, because I don't want to wait 7 years for... if I had $1 for every time it said, 9 minutes or whatever, and it ended up being like 2 hours and 17 minutes, it'd be a lot. I'd be rich. Alright, time for our fancy data center. We got a person from Seraph there. Kiara Ria Dawn. She doesn't remember, I don't remember. There's some bunnies here. Let's go get them. So we got Paladin, Astrologian, and a Bard? What an absolute Chad. Fire Jutsu. I know it's not perfect, I know it lags, but I love that the ninjas get to do the hand sign thing with the fireballs and what have you. This guy is pulling wall to wall. We're just trying to get through this trial, man. Doesn't have to. You don't have to go. You don't have to go this hard. Let's gonna hit it with fireballs. Pass the blood of my blood, for you are the dusk and of the steppe. Alright. Yeah, this guy is all about it. He's like, hey, I don't want any of this. And he's like, I'm gonna pull the whole dungeon. Bunny tanks, man. Are these all bunnies? The last one I don't think is. It's like it's a bard. I think I just hit all of them with that. That's the difference between the other one and that one. That one actually hits everything, I think. I swear it was like a poison spray or whatever, and I was like, oh. That's blood, you for the dawn of the steppe. Alright. I don't really remember this. I know that the things get into the fight, and that's like a whole thing. Whoops, wrong button. Alright. Trying to high bind the animal. Clever. I don't think that works, but I like the enthusiasm. Uh-oh, I've been stunned. So do you want to like kite it away from the things? Is that what we're doing? Alright, giant super bison is down. No one opens the chest, my face one. Wait, is this the one with the big... Ah, yeah, the big hammer thing. That's right, okay. I remember thinking the hammer thing is like the most interesting part of this entire dungeon. Bard is trying really hard not to like get somewhere it's not supposed to be. Hey, you better be throwing, dude. There's some stuff going on. Tank is like on the verge. Tanks and healers, they like to play fast and loose, boy, I tell you what. I remember thinking this boss up here is actually kind of interesting. I think it does a thing. I might be misremembering, but I think it does like a Simon Says. Like you have to do a certain thing, and if you don't do it, then like you get punished. Problem is, I don't remember what it is. All right. Yeah, see Bardams Mettle. This is the boss that's on the thing there. Alright, yep. Okay, so that there, and then stand here. What? Oh, I had to look away anyway? Man. I didn't know that. And not getting me twice, dude. I see what the thing is. It's not just not getting hit by it. It's not getting hit by it yet twice. So, second trial is upon you. Yeah, it's like an interesting boss, right? Like there's an element of just like. Okay. No, stack on top of me. Well, I was trying to stay on top so that we layer, but. Shows what I know. Oh, I did it wrong this time? Oh, come on. I got fetters now? Man. I'm just gonna get hit with it like 40 times. Okay, that person got hit with it too. Everybody but that guy got hit with fetters. Oh. Something's gonna hurt us eventually, and I'm not gonna like it. Second trial overcome. Okay. So now, like, let's try to talk about be not afraid of falling stars. Okay. Are we killing that thing, I assume, or I don't know. There, I think this. We have to kill this thing? Oh lord. Man, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm like 90% sure that we have to like get out of that. Like, since when has hiding behind that and not doing anything that like about that have been that? Oh, hell! Did we do it wrong? Oh, I didn't do it right. I got hit with fetters. Ugh. Yours are the Bardam, yours the step, and everything in it. Okay. Well, I fumbled it, but everyone else got it, so that's a plus. Yeah, I just didn't know. I couldn't remember. Because all I was thinking about is Crystal Tower, where you have to destroy the thing. Well, it says not to be afraid, but I'm like, in other words, do something about it, or don't do something about it. And so I'm like kind of confused, and I like start like trying to pay attention. But I'm like, well, some people have already failed stuff already, so if they're wrong about it, then we're just gonna wipe. And I'm like, I don't know. So I kept double and triple guessing everything, and so it did not go well for me. That's what happens when you're doing a dungeon you haven't done in a really long time, you know? But such is life. It's an odd boss, that's for sure. Oh no. Yeah, we're getting hit with the Indiana Jones giant boulder too. Oh no. Say, I will ninja disappear out of this if I have to. I remember that boss with the like the Simon Says sort of thing, but I don't remember the boss, like the last boss at all. Like I'm sure it'll dawn on me like, oh yeah, it was that when I get there, but. Alright. Is it a giant bird? It might be a giant bird, because it's the mole or whatever, right? It is a giant mole, okay. I'm remembering certain things. I remember people would complain about this dungeon because you had to do that dungeon. You couldn't just burn through the dungeon, right? Because you can't kill it really fast. So you have to just do the puzzles, right? I remember like getting it and people were trying to like speed run like roulettes and being really mad when they got this dungeon because it's got that weird mechanic where you have to do all that stuff. And people were like, I don't want to do this stuff. I just want to like mindlessly attack things with perfection and be rewarded for it. I am targeted. This guy's getting melted. I gotta look up what Trick Attack does again, because I can't remember. I know they kind of like switched out for Mug, because that like nerfs their damage or whatever, makes them take more damage. But okay. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I didn't drop LB earlier. Get away from everybody. Ow. Or I'll be sure to drop it all on the bard, so it'll be all the bard's problem. There we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you tame a mole and fail at Simon Says. That's what happens when I get out for hanging out with furries. I got distracted and it got me almost killed. That's what happened. And I won't listen to anybody tell me otherwise. Stayed just long enough to get that I got 2 commendations, the other person got 1. Why did I get commendation? I fumbled all that one boss. I only got I got 2 out of like 5 of them. Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Well fought back there, Tiberius. Things got hairy at times, but I knew we'd be managed. Oh right, I've still got those whistles Serena gave me. Here's yours. I suppose we ought to give them a try, like she said. Yeah, no, I mean, not wrong. bird power. I call Bird Dragon Zord. Bird Zord, power up. Up there, look. I think that means we've won them over. That one is yours, right? The other one is mine. Aww. So that's that then. We're officially warriors of the steppe. Alright. Well, despite the fumbles there, I'm just kind of embarrassed that I fumbled those puzzles, I guess. But that's neither here nor there. The man in hat is never embarrassed. He's exactly what he's supposed to be. What if my doing it wrong encouraged them? And that is what happens. That's exactly. It's like Gandalf. A wizard is always on time, or whatever. You know what I mean? Exactly like that. So, but before I blather on any farther, I think there's till next time.